Tonight on Grillin' with the Guru.
Woohoo!
It's ribs, baby. It's time to barbecue.
It's all about the slide, baby.
Slapping the ribs.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
see something else.
Man,
So, barbecue, well, smoked ribs.
That's
We're going
right.
to show you a couple preparations.
couple different ways you can do it.
Fried rice dressing.
Oh, come
We'll tell
on.
you more about that. And the best baked beans you ever had. You got to stay tuned because Grillin' with the Guru starts right now. Woo!
Hey, guys, welcome back to the show. Kurt,
What we got, baby?
we're still balling on a budget.
Yep, but it's barbecue season.
It is. And so we're skating on top of the top line of that budget.
That's all right. That's
Yeah.
all right. Listen, not every meal is going to be super cheap, and not every meal is going to be super expensive. We're trying to get you. So right now, ribs are expensive.
Proteins, yeah, ribs especially. Baby backs, whoo, you got to take out a second mortgage.
That's right.
The spare ribs are a little bit more affordable, guys. And if you can find them on sale, take use of that.
And freeze them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're going to show you how to get to a couple different preparations. Really good, wonderful ribs. We're going to show you how to do an open smoke. We're going to show you how to wrap them. We're going to talk about red butcher's paper or pink butcher's paper,
Yeah.
foil, and all the rest of that stuff. And one of the best, most unique baked bean recipes you will ever run across. I promise, if you see this anywhere else, then they done found us out. Because it's going to be, this is the first time you're going to see it.
To say that they're going to be jacked up baked beans
Oh,
is
my
an
Lord.
understatement.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
And underneath this beautiful pink and white.
It's almost like you're a magician or something. You're going to make
Ta-da!
something disappear or reappear.
Fried rice dressing. Fried
You
rice
serious?
dressing. You heard what I said?
Fried rice dressing.
Yeah, so we're going to take rice dressing that we've already cooked, and we're going to form it into some nice little boulettes, and we're going to fry them nice and crispy to go along with our wonderful ribs.
Because we can. Last time we had zucchini, so
Yeah.
we made the doctors happy. This time,
So our vegetable quotient.
the cardiologists are probably just going,
We got to talk with
they
you.
don't
yo-yo.
listen. And we got a studio guest.
Yeah, we got Mr. Leonard Franquez here watching
Yeah,
us.
one of our really, really good friends.
Yeah,
and cousins.
yeah.
And we got to thank our sponsors. We
Courtesy.
couldn't bring the show without them.
It's all about this. Yeah, thank God for them.
You see that sign back there, y'all?
Courtesy in Brobridge. Go to courtesybb.com and look at their inventory. They have one of the best inventories in Acadiana.
That's right.
But look, when you get to a little girl's gonna pop up and say, "Can I help you?" You better click yeah.
It used to be where if you were the bar, you were like, okay, honey, this is what we're gonna do.
Oh, no, yeah,
we're gonna go in there.
No.
And you're gonna play bad cop, and let me tell you, there's no such thing.
That's gone.
You're
That's
out
gone.
the driver's seat. You're in their backyard.
But listen,
Yeah.
Courtesy's gonna take excellent
Oh, yeah.
care of you. They're wonderful people.
Fair deals.
Fair deals. They'll give you a ton for your trade and all that stuff. Call them. Go see Miss April. She's gonna take care of you. Earl's Cajun Market.
That's where we got the food.
That's that's what Earl got for us right here. This
And
is
look,
everything.
I went in there and I talked to Chanel.
Chanel.
And
number 5.
No.
okay.
We talked about her last time. And it's a little joke. But no, I said, look, talk to me. We're doing ribs tonight. We're on a budget.
Yeah.
Okay, so she said,
Help me out.
baby backs are like $9.99 a pound, and the St. Louis cut spares are like $6.99 a pound.
There you go.
I said, well, that's what we're going to be doing.
That's a $3 a pound savings.
So, guys, the thing about this pork spare ribs, even Leonard was asking which is better. It's a presentation thing. It's from the same part of the pig.
Yeah.
It's just one's a little bit deeper down. And so when you go into competition, what you're going to find is spare ribs. A lot of people like the baby backs because they're smaller. They have a lot more meat on it because
Yeah.
it's part of the loin.
And it's,
Yeah, so.
You know what else you're gonna find in competition?
What?
Gilbert's Greatest Foods make us up Louisiana love.
Stop
if you
the
ain't
madness.
cooking with Louisiana love, you ain't loving what you're cooking.
You just need to
and
stop.
You know what else you're
turn
gonna find
around,
in competition?
What?
Cajun grill,
Oh,
baby.
the Cajun love.
Listen. Adjustable cold trays. If it ever counted
Yeah.
this is when it counts.
Well, and you know, we talk about all the features and the temperature adjustment.
Yeah.
The sheer size of it lends you to
it
any
looks-
type of cooking
We
you
got
want.
a full rack of ribs on there. Look like
Fire
we ain't
on
got
that
nothing
side. We're indirect cooking it over here.
And we have our vents open to draw heat and smoke
Over to the other side.
to our protein without direct heat.
Yeah, we don't want to burn it. We
It's
just
just-
want to cook it.
I know we promote it. It is just a fantastic cooking appliance.
That's
I said
right.
That's what I said.
That's what you said. Now
So-
you meant it.
And I did. So listen, take a little break. When
Yep.
y'all come back, it's time to start cooking. We're gonna get into those beans.
We're gonna
tell
prep
you
these
about it.
ribs, and you know, I want to show them how to take that membrane off. And
Yes,
everybody
sir.
says, "Man, everybody knows that." No, not everybody knows that.
no,
So
no.
we're gonna cover that,
Yep.
and we're gonna tenderize between the bones with a fork.
Yep.
We're gonna put a little bit of mustard rub on it, and we're gonna put some love on it.
So baby, look, come back and see us in a couple minutes. It's gonna be rib time. Lick your fingers.
That's right.
This ain't mackerel.
No, y'all be cool. Okay, guys, welcome back to the show. Kurt, St. Louis cut ribs.
Yeah.
So what is a St. cut, ribs?
Well, whenever they kill the pig, they got to send it to St. Louis to get it cut.
No.
No, that's not what it is.
No, guys, when you buy just a whole rack of pork spare ribs, you're gonna have this big flank, which has a lot of cartilage. Some people cook it like that and they like it like that and they eat around the cartilage.
Absolutely. And I've been known to do that.
Right, but the St. Louis cut is you got the bone, and at the end where the cartilage meets, that flanks out here, they just actually cut down that cartilage. And so basically what you have is like an extra large, what looks like an extra large set of baby backs.
Correct.
Okay.
That's
So
right.
look, when you get it though out the pack, you're gonna have a lot of this extra meat on the underside. And when I prep mine, I like taking it down to the rib cage. So I just kind of lightly come down. You don't have to get it all off.
He's fancy.
Yeah. And then you don't throw this away. You see all this meat on it? What we did is we actually chopped that up, minced that up, and put that in the rice dressing.
That's right. Don't throw anything away, especially when you have something that's full of flavor. So you don't want to throw that away. But
Exactly.
use it for something.
We're gonna save that for later.
Save it for later.
Okay, now look, guys, come in close right here. This silver skin right here, this is a membrane. And you don't have to take this off, but in the competition world, the seasoning cannot penetrate that from the underside. So what you want to do is you want to take a fork, go down like the second rib, kind of get underneath it, then take your finger and finish it, and then take your paper towel because it's real slimy. And for those of you who already knew this, good for you.
For those of you who like a better cooking word, slick is right.
But then you just grab it and you just peel it off. Comme ça.
Yep.
And
You'd be
what
amazed at how well that paper towel works.
Oh yeah, no, you need a paper towel or a towel.
Yeah.
And then right here, you can see where the bones and the meat are between the bones. And what I like to do is I like to come back and tenderize it. Just break down some of them membranes, lightly just come down it with a fork and then all the way down. And then I come back with a light layer of yellow mustard, cheap yellow mustard, doesn't have to be Grey Poupon, pardon me, but do you have any Grey Poupon?
Pardon me. But it can be French.
Yeah, and then I come back with whatever dry rub you like. We love the Louisiana Love. It's the #1 seasoning in the world for a reason.
Absolutely.
And so you just come back, spread a little bit of yellow mustard on both sides. Comme ça. Boom. And all the mustard does, guys, it's a sticking agent for your seasoning, and it gives it just a subtle flavor profile. You don't taste mustard when you finish cooking it and eating it.
And there's vinegar and turmeric in there, which is going to aid a little bit in tenderization.
That's right.
Not a ton. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not going to turn it into butter, but
Right.
it is going to help.
Now,
So-
these are ribs, and so you don't have to use a lot of seasoning
No.
because there's not a lot of meat, right?
No, that's right.
And so you come
That's
back
right.
on both sides and lightly dust it.
So let's talk about
Now-
cooking. Do we open smoke all the way? Do we
Oh, yeah.
wrap? Do we? What's our pluses and minuses?
So it depends on how much time I got. That's what determines my preferred
exactly
way
right.
of cooking.
That's exactly
so
right.
if I only got a couple of hours, I got people and I'm running late like we were tonight.
Yeah.
And for TV, you got to speed everything up.
Yeah.
So what I like to do is I like to get some smoke on it. I'll open smoke it indirect.
Yeah.
Sometimes I use accent wood like apple wood, peach wood, fig wood.
Yes.
and get a nice smoke covering on it. It only takes about 30 minutes to an hour. And then you can put it over direct fire, but low fire, get some distance away from it, and kind of give it a little char, not burn, a little char.
Right.
And then come back and wrap it in foil, and I put it in direct. You can go from raw to putting it on the dinner table in about 2 to 2.5 hours.
Yes, that's correct.
Now, if you open smoke it, purely open smoke it, cooking at about 300, 325, indirect, you would open smoke and cook it, probably take about another hour, hour and a half.
Okay.
To the same tenderness.
So if you get on the internet and you look up barbecue, you're gonna find a whole bunch of stuff. And one of the things you're gonna find some stuff called pink or red butcher's paper.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all the red, oh my God, if you're not wrapping your pork butts and brisket and ribs and pink, you just ain't doing it right. Okay, so this is what pink butcher's paper is. A thicker butcher's paper that has what's called sizing in it. And it's something that holds it together whenever it gets wet. So whenever you wrap proteins in it, it won't fall apart. But we found something that works just as good. Foil. It works great. Okay. So now the lure of pink butcher's paper is it allows the meat to breathe. And it avoids what they call the stall.
Right.
That's 100% not true.
Yeah, stall's gonna happen.
Stall's gonna happen no matter what you got.
Yeah.
Okay. So ribs are such a thin. It's a tough meat, but it's so thin, it gets good heat penetration anyway.
That's right.
So you really want that oven. You want to recreate that oven environment by using foil.
That's
that's
right.
what we did.
Well, a lot of competition guy will wrap it in the pink paper, but then they'll come back and wrap foil around it anyway.
Yeah, correct.
Because they want to keep all that on you, all that juice.
Absolutely.
So what are you doing with them apples like that?
So we're working on some absolutely kicked up beans. So if you look online, there's some beans called apple pie beans or what have you.
Oh yeah, in a can?
And they use canned apple pie filling. And no, we're not doing that. We're using fresh apples. So pork and apples marry perfectly together. So we had the idea, Keith and I, to use some of Earl's wonderful homemade in-house pork tasso. Yep.
Delicious.
Delicious. We try. You see, there's a fresh cut on there. I wonder why that is. So we
Well,
use
you gotta
some of that.
taste it.
We're going to use some fresh pork tasso. We're going to use some fresh apples. We're going to use some canned beans because they're going to cut down on our cooking time for us. And then we're going to put some wonderful cane syrup in it and some Louisiana love.
Wait,
and it's going to be so good.
That's not Sting.
No.
What is it?
That's
Born
Cajun. It's called Born Cajun. That is a locally produced product.
Is that like Jason Bourne?
It's not. No, it would beat you up if that was the case. So no, it's a great product. It doesn't have a sulfuric aftertaste. It's super clean. Told you. That's good like that, Bo. So
you got any Jiffy peanut butter?
mix that up. Give me a fresh.
Get some Evangeline made bread.
Soft Evangeline made. Boy, get out of here. This is a whole nother show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that on the grill.
So hey, it's time to take a little break. Take a little break, and then look, go refresh your drinks. Go pause for the cause.
That's right.
Come back in a couple minutes, and we're gonna talk more about these beans. We're gonna talk about fried rice dressing.
Cool.
You heard right again. Come back in a little bit. We'll see.
Y'all gonna like this one. Come on.
Since 2018, Cindy's Almost Famous Roux has been gaining popularity all across South Louisiana. Personally made by Cindy Maraggio, you'll taste the inspiration of her father Buzzy, who taught her the basics and watched her take it to a whole new level. Cindy's Almost Famous Roux is like no other prepared roux on the market. In Acadiana, it's easy to find in Rouse's, Champagnes, and Nunu. Also, at GJ's Curbside in Morgan City. Cindy's Almost Famous Roux, making life simple, one gumbo stew and gravy at a time. Go to cindysroux.com.
Hey, welcome back to the show, guys. How y'all doing? It's rib time.
That's right. So, to make sure that you got it seasoned right, you got to take a little sample. You got it, Bo?
Yeah.
Okay. So look, guys, this was the one we had on the grill. We had it open smoked it for about an hour. Then we wrapped it in foil. And guys, only about another hour and it's done. Look at that, fork tender. When you start to see the bones pull away about a ½ inch from the meat, it's done. Now, a lot of competition people, if you grab that bone and it pulls straight out, they don't like that. They want a little bite to the bone.
When you bite in the meat, it should show the profile of the bite.
That's right. But we're not in competition. We're here for having fun. So look, guys, I'm gonna put this back on the grill and we're gonna sauce it up. You all right with that?
Yeah. I got the lid for you, brother.
So I'm gonna put this indirect. We're gonna move this one over here because that's what we're gonna put over the fire. We're gonna put our ribs on. I mean the beans. Okay, now we got some Louisiana barbecue sauce. Look at that deep
Louisiana
mahogany.
love potion number 7.
Number 7. That's what you said. And then we're gonna just slather this up, put a good bit on it. There's more meat on this side, guys. And we're gonna let this kind of caramelize a little while, and we're gonna come back and flip it. But the ending shot is we're gonna come back with some of that cane syrup, which makes it look like a magazine cover shot.
Speaking of, so in this casserole, we have 2 medium-sized small apples.
Right.
Of 2 different,
Two varieties.
a Granny Smith and a Red Delicious. So
That's
you
right.
want tart, and you want a little sweet, right?
That's right.
We have about ½ a pound of tasso, medium onion, a little bit of garlic, and a can of our beans and some Louisiana Love seasoning. And
Now,
this,
are we gonna do a little like a little allspice, a little cinnamon, or give it a little bit of a?
we're gonna let it cook first,
And then we'll
and
come
then
on
we'll
the
come
back
back and
end.
dust it with a little bit of cinnamon to give it that apple
little
pie
bit of
flavor.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar.
And some cane
Well, I put
syrup.
some cane syrup in
You
it
already
already.
did? Good.
So let me grab that piece of foil,
I got you.
and we're gonna wrap it up, and it's gonna go down.
So we got the beans, which I mean that's the #1
Yeah.
side when you're doing a Louisiana barbecue.
No
Or
doubt about
any
it.
kind of barbecue.
No doubt about it. Rice dressing and beans.
Okay, man, look at them ribs. I gotta flip that.
Go ahead, flip that, Bo.
Look at how pretty that color is on them ribs. So we're gonna put some more sauce on this side. It's all about flavor profile, guys.
Absolutely.
So you got when your mouth touches that meat, your taste buds are gonna first taste the sweetness from the sauce, the tanginess, whatever Kurt puts in that. It's all good stuff. Look at that bone just fell off. Yeah. And then you're gonna taste the smoke, and then you're gonna get to the seasoning underneath all that, and that's what gives you that kind of burn at the end, and that's what we're looking for.
Let's talk about fried rice dressing for a second.
Woo!
All right, so look, we made this rice dressing, which is a typical preparation. Sauvage dressing mix, a pound of ground meat, and some, of course, some rice. We had some leftover rice, which is always best. So now we're gonna add some cocos, a couple of eggs, all right?
Oh, cool.
Cocoa. So you're just gonna get in there and mix it in. So what's gonna happen is the eggs are gonna act as a binder because we're gonna form this into a ball. We're gonna batter it, and we're gonna fry it.
Come on, you.
Yeah, bro. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, bro.
That's what we're doing, bro. That's what we're doing. So just like that. So it's important that the rice dressing be cold because if it's too warm, it won't hold together, right? So let it cook it, put it out on a sheet pan, or let it sit in the refrigerator that night and use it the next day, right? So what we got? What you looking at? What you got over there, Bo?
So what I just did is I just topped it with the love, bro.
Oh.
I came on top with some of that cane syrup.
Oh,
And you see the glistening, the mahogany. And what you're gonna want is we're gonna leave this on. You want that to just lift with you, like tacky. It's still a little liquidy right now. We're gonna let that tack up. Oh, it tastes so
so
good.
look, if you're making your own rice dressing,
Yeah.
a lot of people, and I'm one of them, I put a little roux to help make the gravy, right? So no better roux than Cindy's Almost Famous roux.
Almost famous.
It's
She's on-
famous now.
Oh yeah, because she's on our show.
she's on our show.
Mais gardez
You gotta find Cindy's in the freezer section. That's where she is. Her roux has the vegetables already in it.
Yeah.
And it's in the freezer section next to the shrimp and everything else you're gonna need for making your shrimp stew or whatever it is you're gonna make.
Whatever you want.
So look for it at Rouse's, look for it at your local grocery, and if they don't have it, go to the manager and say, hey, I need Cindy's Almost Famous.
It's in the freezer section.
It's in the freezer section.
Yeah, don't miss
So
that.
Don't go look on the shelf because you're not gonna find it.
No.
It's in the freezer section.
So look, what you gonna make some balls?
We're gonna, so all we're gonna do now is form this in the balls, and we're gonna do
Roll
a
it.
traditional.
Y'all seen us
batter.
do it 1,000 times.
Flour, egg wash,
Yes,
panko
sir.
breadcrumbs,
Yeah,
and we're
yeah.
gonna fry them up. And boy, are they gonna be good.
Woo!
That's gonna be yummy a lot, bro.
Okay, so
What
we got
a
a lot
meal.
going on.
We got tons going on. You don't want to miss it. It's our favorite segment.
A la
It's a
manger.
la manger. We get to eat the ribs.
I can just eat that right now.
Yeah, boy. Even though we got raw eggs in
That's
it.
all right.
It'll be all right. Come see us in a little bit.
Y'all don't go nowhere.
You don't want to miss this, baby. Bye-bye.
Good. Hey guys, Gert.
Look
Boy.
at this.
Boy, look at
Oh,
that.
you kidding?
Look at that.
That's
It's
beautiful. Look
that
at the color.
tacky.
Look at the color.
Mahogany.
Look at the color. This.
That's crazy.
surprise. This is baked beans with apples, tasso, onions, garlic, a little bit of cane sugar, a little bit of allspice on the back to finish it. And this is some
It's like
fried,
apple pie baked beans.
This is fried rice dressing. Look at that.
Stop the madness.
Look at that.
Look how juicy, bruh.
Oh,
No.
all right.
Okay, so
We
let's.
got to thank some people.
Yeah, because then we got to eat.
Start cutting.
Okay.
Got to thank Courtesy at Brobridge. Go to courtesybb.com and pick yours out. And listen,
Oh yeah.
when the little girl pops up and says, "Can I help you?" you better tell her yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the next answer is going to be sorry. Go see them. They're going to take care of you. We got to thank Earl's Cajun Superette. Look at the bounty. Look at what we got here, Mr. Earl. Beautiful. Timmy, thank you so much. Gilman's Greatest Foods, makers of Louisiana Love. If you ain't cooking with Louisiana Love, you ain't loving what you're cooking. Shame on you. Cajun Grill doing all the heavy lifting. He's salivating right there. And hey, when you want to try something different, try Cindy's Almost Famous Fruit. You find
Oh,
it
yeah.
in your freezer section.
Yeah. You
Go
ready?
ahead, go ahead,
Look,
man.
grab you
Go
one.
ahead,
Get you one.
Give me one of them. Boy, that's not good at all. You better let me take that home. Go!
It's like candy.
Love potion number 7. Right there. Oh, man, that's good. Perfect doneness. Watch. This is what judges look for. Watch. See?
Yeah.
You see how it holds the bite? That's what they look for.
Did you try the apple?
Get to it. So, guys, what's the total on this meal, Key?
Okay, so 1 rack of ribs. You make me put my foot
I
down.
interrupted him.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So 1 rack of ribs, the beans and all the vegetables, the apples, and all the fixings for the rice dressing, the balls. You're probably looking at around $35 to $45, depending on what you get the ribs at per pound.
So I'm gonna give you let's say $45. That's a little over $10 per person for 4 people. Go to a barbecue restaurant now to see what happens to you. Look, don't call me crying, because it's gonna be bad.
Apple pie baked beans.
Huh? Is that something?
That's crazy. With the tasso, that's some Earl's tasso. Huh?
That is delicious. That's so different. You saw it here first. Try that, baby.
On the way out. Look at that, how juicy. It's shiny.
It's beautiful. All right.
Here we go.
Thank y'all so much for joining us for this episode of Grillin' with the Guru. Be sure and join us next time. We don't know what we're gonna cook, but
It's gonna be as good, if not better than that, and that's pretty damn good.
that's a heavy statement.
My God!
We will see you next time. Mwah!